Hello everyone. Welcome. And so many had already come before. Oh, lots of chatting going on. Single mom, I connect. Jonah, wow. Jonah, single mom, I connect. And main site. Wow. Lots of activity. See, no sound from the laptop. No noise from the laptop. I just hope it continues like this. Sometimes the laptop behaves, but many times it misbehaves. Now to wait and watch. Oh, Pita was here just a little while before. Pita was here just a little while before. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Dell. How are both of you today? And Pita, how are you, Pita? How is Pita? How is Dell? How is Stephen? Horrible weather here in London. Yeah, that's the trouble with London. I think London is always having bad weather. Unpredictable weather, quite bad weather, rains quite often. I don't know. I just heard all these things. I read all these things. But so many people are living right for years and years and years. See? No noise from the laptop. The laptop is behaving itself. I hope it continues. Hello, single mom. How are you? Nice to see you here again. Hello, I connect, Pita. Anybody wants to talk about today's theme? What are your fears? How do you overcome your fears? Like, I have done some very daring things in my life. I've mentioned on live streams before. I've done some very daring things, but I will never, never, ever do bungee jumping. Bungee jumping, I will never, ever do. Pita says the internet connection cuts my live stream in the morning. Yes, that was very sad. I was wondering what happened. I am about to have live stream an hour ago, but my CP with the main channel is a little bad. She is not charging. I swear that's the worst thing, your main phone. Pita, try charging from your laptop. Using the USB port, try charging from your laptop. One last thing you can do. If you can open your phone, remove the battery, and then put the battery back again. Try that. Is the cable going into the charging port? Is your cable going into the charging port? Is your cable going into the charging port. Check that. Okay. Is the charging cable going into the port? Is the charging cable going into the port? Like mine is not going, correct? There's a gap. There's a gap. It's not going fully. See mine, it's not going inside. My cable is not going inside. That is why it cannot charge. There's a gap. It's not going inside. That is why I cannot charge this phone. The cable is not going inside. Is your cable going inside? Okay, okay. Then I just started from the laptop. Yeah, that's another problem. It's another problem. Easter holidays. Oh, Pita, so nice. I am on your laptop. Wow, really? Nice to see all of you getting to know one another better. So tell me about fears. Do you have any fears? Like I said, I have done many daring things in my life, but I will never ever do bungee jumping. I will never do bungee jumping. I'm too scared. What if that elastic thing falls or breaks or something? No, I'll never do bungee jumping. In fact, I'm very scared of heights. I'm very, very scared of heights. I'm very scared of heights. Chona, Chona hasn't come back, I think. She said hello long ago. Chona said hello long ago, but she hasn't come back. Let me message and tell her I am on. Chona. Yeah, I already told her I'm live. No, Tinago Falls is different. Tinago Falls is different. It's like just walking up and down. But if I was at the top of the Tinago Falls looking down, that is a different story. That is a different story. Stephen, when I was young, I was afraid of heights, but the older I get, the less it bothers me. Wow, good, Stephen. It's for me, it's the other way around. Like I told you, when I went to Sikkim, one side rock and one side drop. A narrow gravel path. But I walked. But I feel I am more inclined to get, di- not get dizzy, but I get frightened just to look down. So for me, it's the other way around. When I was young, I didn't worry about heights and this and that. I didn't worry. But as I grew older, I I I am now very fearful of heights. I have gone. I have gone. Bonjour, bonjour, Véronique. Bonjour, Véronique. Comment ça va? Comment ça va, Véronique? Veronique, I have a French man. I have a French man. Hello, Chona. Good to see all of you here. Wow. I have a Frenchman, Mark, M-A-R-C, not Mark, but he doesn't know English. He only speaks French. So he came on my channel yesterday morning, I think he came on my channel. And he stays at Lion, at Lion. So when I was chatting with him, I was using Google Translator. I was using Google Translator. But it was good because it was giving me a little insight into French, because I'm trying to learn French. I'm trying to learn French, so it was good. Anybody else having a problem to see my video? Anyone has a problem looking at me? Is anyone else having a problem like Veronique? Veronique says, I can see you easily, but video doesn't work. Okay, Veronic, Steven says he can see me, so something must be wrong with your reception. Clear. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Chona. Thank you, Steven. So, Veronic, something must be wrong with your laptop or with your computer or with your reception. Joyce, good morning, Jamaica. How are you? Good morning, Jamaica. How are you? So, Joyce, how are you? So, you're off from today, right? Yes, Stephen, how is Martha? Oh, you're seeing it on your phone. I don't know. Okay, that's good to know, Stephen. Good to know. So, anybody else wants to talk about heights? Stephen says when he was young, he was scared of heights, but as he's grown older, he is less afraid of heights. But I am the opposite. When I was young, I was not afraid of heights, but now I am afraid of heights. And I will never do bungee jumping. Pita, I am on the side making modules for the upcoming training for driving NC2 and housekeeping NC2 after the other one. Okay. Yeah, Pita's always doing research and making modules for the school. The school should be having all that ready made, but Pita has to keep doing it. I am listening silently. I connect. I have not put you in the corner. Why are you listening silently? Joyce says, I am fine, sir. Here waiting for my fried fish and bami. Oh, you're cooking early in the morning? Not early, it is late. You're 2 hours ahead of me. Yes, you're 2 hours ahead of me. So is the fish for breakfast or is the fish for lunch? I connect starter note. Sorry, sorry about that. I connect says starter note. The previous admin did not have records of those things, so I had initiated for the school to hold. But you must get others to do the work, not cooking. I am waiting for my fried fish and bamia for Old Harbor Bay. Even I didn't understand that. Yeah, even I didn't understand that. Here waiting for my fried fish and bami for from Old Harbor Bay. Oh, somebody is making a delivery. Somebody is making a delivery. I connect. National certification training also is changing as the industry in the real world is also changing. Yes, you have to keep updating the modules. Yeah, true, I agree with that. You have to keep updating the modules because the world is changing. My younger sister, suppose, sent this food to me. This is for the Easter season. Yeah, so you're waiting for a delivery. Now I understood. Wow, you said food and fried fish and all by delivery. Does your sister stay far away from you? So Joyce, yes, tell us what is Bami? What is Bami? Even Veronica asked, even I don't know. What is Bami? We can learn something new. What is Bami? Bami or Bomia or what's this? What's the pronunciation? I wonder. Bami. Do you cook special dishes for Easter at Canada and other countries? Um, no, over here, no, no, because what we normally eat on some occasions, we eat it even on festival days, right? So nothing really special. The only special is if you have kids in the house, then there is Easter eggs and those kind of things. Hot cross buns on Friday and Easter eggs and all those kind of things when you have children. But good morning, Alex. How are you? Good evening, Alex. How are you, Alex? Good to see you here, Alex. So, bami is a kind of bread made from cassava. Oh, wow. A lot of cassava grows here in Thailand. I never knew you can make bread from that. But the cassava are leaves, right? Veronica, Joyce, the cassava are leaves. So they make bread from the leaves. Because in Thailand also they have cassava, but that is a leafy plant. And I believe it's good business. It's good business. Oh, it's not leaves. Oh, then this is some different cassava. Because in Thailand they have cassava, but it is the leaves. Okay, so kind of a bread and fried fish. I'm not eating. I'm not eating fried fish in quite a while. Okay, okay, thanks. I see the plant leaves coming out, so I thought that is what it is, the leaves, but I'm not sure. I will Google later and check and see what are the advantages of cassava. I will see. I will Google. Cassava is food. Okay. It's the same in Thailand. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm mistaken because I am looking at the cassava leaves, the plant. I'm looking at a plant growing. So I thought it was the plant because I do not know in Thailand what they use it for. I don't know. But somebody just had once mentioned that it's good business to grow the cassava. So I thought it was when I saw the picture, I saw the plant leaves, above. So I thought it was to do with the like leaves, I will look into it. I never knew it was a root. I never knew it was a root. I will Google something more about it later and get some information. Canada, it is cold. That's why I'm wearing this. It is cold. But I didn't see if it snowed last night. I didn't see if it snowed last night, but it is cold. Okay, it's a root crop. I will look into that. Never knew. See, this is how we learn new things, right? We are always learning new things. So, Chona, hello Chona. When I was young, I'm afraid of heights and dark, and until now, that I'm old. Dark also, it depends if I'm going out in a jungle or forest. First of all, I will never go in the night. In a jungle or forest, I will never go at night time. I have camped. I've gone camping and camped out in tents overnight. I've camped out in tents overnight, not in a camping area also. So there have been nobody else around, but I've gone like that and camped. And I've gone with my students, and I've gone also with other people, like, friends group. But that time that is group and that's a camping ground. But when I would go with my students, like there may not be other camps set up. We might be the only one. So that is okay. But like in a jungle or a forest or something, I'll never be able to go. I don't know. I'll never do that. And heights, when I was young, I was not afraid of heights. But yes, now I am afraid of heights. I will never do bungee jumping. But talking about heights, I've got a video on my YouTube channel. And the video over there, it's me hanging, and then I jump onto a big giant slide, a big giant slide. My two other friends, classmates, they refused to do it. They said no, they were frightened to do it. Of course, they were frightened more also because in case you jump and you get injured. But I was daring. I went twice. I went first time, and then I went a second time. The video did not come out properly. First time the video did not come out properly. So I went a second time and I jumped from there. It was scary when I was hanging on that bar and you cannot come back because the bar is in front. So you have to put your hand and jump forward. When you jump forward, you're only hanging. You cannot do anything else. You cannot come back. You have to just drop, fall. So I did it. I got a video on that. So I did that and yeah, I loved it. I enjoyed it. But if I'm going high on a bridge or high building or something, no, I get fright. I go, but I get frightened to look down. I get frightened. They call it vertigo. Vertigo, right? Hello, yeah, how are you? Really enjoyed the video from you guys. Really enjoying the video from you guys. With Mr. Burton. Mr. Burton. Oh, Mr. Burton. Alex, Veronica, and Steven. Yeah. I'm really having a lot of watching all these shots. Yeah, number 10 like. Thank you, yeah, thank you. Yeah, are you afraid of heights? Tell me, yeah, are you afraid of heights? How do you overcome your fear? So, uh, Veronica, tell us something about heights. Single mom, tell us about heights. What are what fears do you have? Not just heights, what fears do you have? When I was young, I used to get frightened to enter a dark room. You know, I used to get frightened to enter a dark room. But as I grew older, that was okay, no problem. So come on, anyone else wants to talk about their fears? What do you fear? What do you fear? Okay, I connect. Pita says that she had a fear of YouTube, but she was encouraged by Alex here and moi and moi. Yes, even I was frightened of YouTube. How I'll do this, how I'll do that, how I'll put videos together. I cannot make one long video. So if I have many short videos, how will I put it together? But I made this move and I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I've learned a lot of things and I'm really enjoying YouTube. I'm enjoying these conversations we are having. Of course, I need watch hours, but I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm enjoying the interaction. And like yesterday, I had nobody. Everybody came and left, but each one was busy. Correct? Each one is busy, and I understand that. So I just shut my live stream down. But I thought it was a very nice topic, very nice topic. And but yes, believe me, I spend about an hour and a half. I spend about an hour and a half, choosing the topic, then finding appropriate pictures for the topic and making my thumbnails. Believe me, I spent definitely an hour to an hour and a half, only to prepare for my live stream. I have a long list of topics. but to think of a title for the topic, to think of emojis, emoticons for the topic, to think of hashtags for the topic, all that takes a lot of time. And then to plan, to plan. Then pictures also, I have to look at so many pictures and try to pick which I think are appropriate ones. So it takes me an hour to an hour and a half, you know. Like yesterday, I started at around 10:30, and I finished way past 12 o'clock because some things were not looking good, So like when I load up a picture and then I look at the picture on I look at the thumbnail, when I load it onto my live post, and then when I go to open and look at it, it doesn't look as good as what I thought it would look. So then go back and change and do some more other things. Yeah. Veronic, I was really afraid of speaking in front of many people for a long time. And one day I decided to do, and now I'm okay. Yeah, speaking in front of people. Me, I'm a very shy person. I'm a very reserved person. I do not make friends easily. When I go for parties with my wife, I sit very quietly one side. I don't mix with the people. I don't laugh. I don't talk. I don't join in the parties. I don't like parties, and mostly it is because like I don't like crowds. I don't like crowds. I don't like crowds from that point of view. But what I would do, I would join the host to serve the food and all. I would do that. And I would chat to somebody at the side of me, at the side of me. But I would listen to everybody. And that is why at parties, they gave me a nickname, Observer. They used to call me Observer. Be careful of Winston. He's observing all of us. He's the observer. He's observing all of us. So, yeah, I also was this. But then, I took to teaching profession, and being a teacher, you have to speak in front of the students. You have to speak at other places. Overcome. I overcame that part of it. Audience now, like I was vice principal of nations. But when I'm talking in front of a crowd, I'm really very nervous before I go on the stage. Believe me, even till today, kind of, I'm very nervous. I'm just nervous because I'm wondering, will everything go out well? Will I be able to make my presentation well? Will I be able to, get the audience attention? And when I look at all the faces, when I look at all the people sitting, it frightens me. I don't like crowd, correct? I don't like crowd. So when I look at people in the audience, so many people sitting, and I know they are all looking at me, right? They're all staring at me. So yes, it intimidates me. It intimidates me, like So I get nervous. But once I start talking, then I start talking. You can see now, once I start talking, then I start talking. I can talk when I'm comfortable with people, when I'm comfortable. So even if I meet all of you in a group, I'm sure I will talk a lot because I'm happy. I interact well with all of you. I'm looking forward to meeting up with as many people as I can on my channel because I'm really happy. I'm really happy with this group and I'm very comfortable with this group. I Connect Pita says last year during the first graduation that I handled as the school principal, I was forced to give a speech. And in the middle of it, I became too emotional and cry. Yeah, that's because you're also an emotional person, but that's okay, you break down. There are many times I know when I'm talking to you, and if I'm speaking about my father or my wife, or I was talking about my grandmother, I get emotional. I have to stop for some time, otherwise I will break down. I have to stop for some time. So I get choked also. I'm also emotional that way. LOL. The guest came to me to comfort me on that. sweet of the guest, no? So sweet of the guest. So sweet of the guest. Stephen, I thought I was the only one afraid of public speaking. Yes, Peter said, Stephen said, I'm afraid of public speaking. I don't like speaking or showing my face on the YouTube either. Yes, I know. I like when I said about co-hosting, you said, no, you'll never do it. So if you don't do co-hosting, you'll never. But one thing about the YouTube life, for example, now, me, I am not talking to anybody. I'm only looking at myself and talking to myself, correct? Like I said, if I am standing on the stage, I'm getting nervous. But once I start talking, then no problem. And one thing with me is I don't take pages and pages, and read out. I don't take pages and read out. I prepare myself well in advance, and I only write down points, and I rehearse on this point what am I going to speak about. So I will take a small piece of paper, and just with points are written, small piece of paper with points written, and I look at the points, and then I will speak. And this is a habit I have from young for studying. Studying, I only write points. I only write points and I study. Like I told you, when I was going for my BA exam and I'm traveling in the train, I'm opening my BA notes. I'm opening it for the first time. And what I used to do was just scan and underline. And main thing, I go to the headings. I go to the headings and the subheadings. That will tell me what the thing is about. So I get an idea, I underline the heading and the subheading, and then I underline some few important words as I'm scanning through few important things that I need to remember. So I carry only a sheet of paper with some points written, and I'm able to look at that and speak. You know. So mostly I'm having contact with the audience, eye contact with the audience. But believe me, there's a trick to that. There's a trick to that. Don't look at the people. Look at the back of the hall. Look at the back of the hall and keep looking from side to the back to the front. Just keep looking around. Don't look at anybody in particular. Don't look at anybody in particular. Just look around. And after some time, then I get used to it because I want to see people's reactions, right? When I'm talking, I want to see how they are behaving, how they are reacting. Are they absorbed in what I'm saying, or did somebody is sleeping, So I look at people. But in the beginning, no. I just look at the back of the hall, the sides, the front, I tend to obliterate the people, not see the people. So yeah, that is what yeah. So if you come on a YouTube channel or you're doing a YouTube channel, you are looking at yourself and talking, and you can talk to yourself, right? You can talk to yourself. So I think this is one of the best ways to get over the fear of public speaking. I think this is one of the best ways because you are not talking to any people, you're not looking at people. Okay, all of you are only commenting. I don't see any of you, so it becomes very easy for me to talk because I am talking like to myself. Catch me singing at a party. Call me for a party and ask me to sing at a party. You think I will sing? No, never. I won't sing. Of course, when I went for the reunion, for my teacher's reunion, we all sang. We all sang. But that is because I know them. I know them. I'm familiar with them. Even though we met after 47 years, but I know them 47 years ago. I know them. I stayed among them. I interacted with them, in the classroom, outside the classroom, in our cottages. So I was familiar. So I sang. Okay, I sang because I cannot sing. I don't have a singing voice, but I sang. But call me for a party. And if there are new people there which I don't know, I will not sing. I will not sing. But yeah, I keep singing so often, right? I keep singing so often. So, it's like I'm singing to myself, correct? Like I'm in the bathroom. I'm a bathroom singer. So it's like I'm in the bathroom and I'm singing. So there's nothing to be frightened of myself, right? I don't get frightened of myself. So I think one way, if you, because I even asked in my team today, what do you do to overcome the fear? So this is the best way to overcome the fear of public speaking. You know, best way to overcome the fear of public speaking. Okay, let's see some more comments. Very good today. Very good interaction. Uh, okay, I've read. Ah, I was afraid. Ronak said I was afraid of speaking with teachers because with them I felt again like the pupil. So I decided they were like me, women or men. Perhaps I remembered bad time at school when I was young. Yes, correct. You are a librarian, right? And you had many school teachers and school students coming to your school. You were like, in a way, like a teacher. You were helping them, correct, in the library. So Veronic, yes, you are interacting with them. You're talking with people, and there are the same people, the same students, the same teachers coming many times, like to your library. So you get to know them. Then you become more friendly to talk to them. Then that fear of speaking goes away. Fear of, like my wife could talk to a shadow. I always told my wife, you can even talk to your shadow. She will talk to any and anybody, but not with me. It takes me quite some time to, get to know somebody and then to begin a conversation. Joyce says, Sir and Pita, I cannot understand why a teacher is afraid of public speaking. Because when you are talking to your students or a teachers or something, that's more like a small number and it's on a one-to-one. Public speaking is different. You are coming and you are talking to a different set of audience. You're speaking to everybody, like all teachers in a school, parents, parents of the students, and you're speaking to so many people. You do not know the reaction. So some people can talk their heads off, some people are frightened. Like I said, for public speaking, I'm frightened initially. I'm a little nervous. I have butterflies in my stomach. I don't stammer and stutter. No, I don't stammer and stutter. I speak, okay? But in my stomach, there are butterflies running before. There are butterflies in my stomach before I go on stage. Once I go on stage and I begin speaking, I told you I look at the back, the sides. I begin speaking and then I settle down. Then I'm comfortable. My nervousness is more about crowds. My nervousness is more about crowds because I don't like crowded places. I don't like crowded people. I don't like that crowds. So that is sorry, that is my main form of nervousness, and I'm always worried about people's reactions. I will talk more later because lots of comments are coming in. I connect. Pita says, haha, lol, teacher is different. You are speaking to younger generation. Yeah, not only generation, younger generation. At staff meeting, you're speaking to people you know. You're speaking to a small group at staff meetings. Many times, I never, even staff meetings as a teacher. I'll give you this. I'll give you this example as a teacher. Some people love to sit in the front row, correct? Some people love to sit in the front row, but I never like to sit in the front row. I used to sit in the second or the third row. Okay, I'll sit in the second or the third row. But what used to happen? Some of the teachers who come late, now there will be let's say the front row is empty, nobody's sitting in the front row. So some of the teachers who come, what they will do, they will take the chairs and they will go behind and put the chairs behind. So if you are sitting in the second row, you become the front row. You become the first row. And I said, "Oh my God, I am now in the front row." So after that, I started going and sitting behind. As soon as I come into a teacher's meeting or anything, I'll find a place as far behind as possible and I will sit there. You know. So I am safe. I'll never become the first row or the second row. I'll never become that. So, hello, Calvo. How are you? So, Calvo, what are you frightened of? What are you frightened of? And how do you overcome it? So, right, Pita, I agree with you. We are speaking to smaller people. Uh, you know, and so it's easy to interact with them. Pita says public speaking is hard. It is mixed with different cultures and generation levels, etc. Yes, that is what I'm more concerned about, how people will react. Like when I started my TESOL business, TESOL, okay, and I conducted, it was all teachers coming from other schools and my school, and I was looking to employ a trainer. I was looking to employ a trainer because the trainer might be very experienced, but I want the trainer to do what I would like to do. I would like the trainer to do it from that point of view. But I was scared to do it myself. Why? Because when I go into the classroom and I am sitting and critting the teacher for their lessons, no, I sit with a form and I'm critting the teacher for the lesson. I know it can make a teacher very nervous, right? So now, if I am going to be teaching those teachers and they will be looking at me very critically, correct? They will be saying, this fellow comes and crits us. Now we will crit him and we will find faults with him, right? So I was more nervous about that. I was no more nervous about how they will judge me, when I'm teaching, how they will judge me, what are they going to look out for, pull out all my weaknesses, all my faults. So all my weaknesses, all my faults, they are going to, pick on that. So that is what I was most scared of. But then hiring somebody would be very expensive for me. So what I decided in the end, no, I will do it myself. I will take on the challenge. I will do it myself because I know I'm a good teacher. So if I know I'm a good teacher with students, I'm a good teacher, with many things like helping people and showing them how to do things and what to do and all. So I said I teach many people otherwise also, like even business, and I've been helping a lot of people. So I said to myself, I am a good teacher, so let me do it. And believe me, I did it, and my teachers loved me. My teachers, they really loved me even more. They interacted very well, and believe me, I had all ladies. Okay, all ladies only joined, and of course, the teachers are mostly ladies. Very few men teachers, but all the ladies they were there, and I was the only gent teaching them, but they interacted well. They all enjoyed my classes, and I had a lot of hands on. I believe in hands on teaching. So I showed them all that hands on teaching, and long story short, everybody enjoyed it. And later on, when I used to go to their classes, they would love me to come to their classes because I would help them. I would take over the class if I found them stuck with the lesson. I will take over the class. I will explain something about the lesson, and then I will like hand it over. And then like I will say, teacher, you had something to say to the students, and they will say yes, yes. Then they will come up to the front, and I will go back and sit down. So it was a very, very good understanding, very good rapport. So then after my training, when I used to go to their classes, they were very comfortable, very happy, not like scared like before. So it helped. That gave me a boost. That gave me a boost that if you are a good teacher, don't hesitate. Just do it. Just do it. And Stephen, you are a good teacher in one way. Teaching is not your field, but you are a good teacher. You said you have pictures of making, process of bow making. Now when you do that, you are actually going from step to step. So you're helping somebody, you're teaching somebody how they need to do it. Start like this, then do this, that. You cannot change, you cannot skip a step. You have to, every step is important. That is in a way teaching, Stephen. That is in a way teaching. And that's why I told you, do that video. Then you can talk, you can explain, you can have a voice over. You can have a voice over. If you don't want to show yourself, have a voiceover. But Stephen, that's another thing that you can do. You record yourself talking, a video recording. Okay, you do a video recording of you speaking about the different process or anything else, anything you are showing, like you are banging and making a can opener. You are making a triangular bell. You're making a triangular bell. So what you can do is, when you are doing that, when you're shooting the video to do that, you can start explaining, okay, now I'm taking a rod. Now I have to take the rod. I have to heat it up. I have to heat it up to this many degrees. Um, like, what is the heating like? Is there anything as overheating a rod? Like, the rod turns red hot. Then you speak about, always have protective gloves. Always have protective gloves, because you're dealing with fire, you're dealing with extreme hot things. So all this process, as you're doing it, Stephen, start talking. You're not looking at the camera also and talking, correct? As you're doing the work, you're talking and doing the work. So if you start this way, you will soon build up courage. You will soon build up courage, and you will get into the hang of it. So you can just start with talking like this while you're doing it, because it's very helpful for us to know, like, how you are doing it. How hot is that iron rod, and all those kind of things. How do you bend it? How do you shape it? What tool are you using? What tool are you using? We may not be familiar with all the tools, right? So what tool are you using to bend it, to shape it? So as you are doing the video, you can begin talking. You can begin talking. If you're far away, you'll need a microphone, a Bluetooth, but those are always available, right? So you can have that, and you can begin talking. You can begin talking, and that way, you play the video. And if you find that, no, I don't like how I was talking, I don't like how I was talking, then mute it. Correct? You can mute it and just play the plain video if you don't like it. But my suggestion, Steven, start doing that. Then start video recording. Okay. So you record from before, you look at your video and you do a live recording, and then you put that onto the video. So you are not directly talking with the people, right? You have done it talking to yourself. You have done the process talking to yourself, and then you put that onto the video. You see, some of my videos have that. You see people in the videos, they have their picture and they are talking in the corner, right? So you can do that. And that is how you build up confidence. You build up confidence. And then, like I said, now I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Steven, I'm talking to Calvo, I'm talking to Joyce, I'm talking to everybody who's on my channel. But I'm talking to myself, actually, right? I'm talking to myself. So that is what, I'm not looking at people. I'm not looking at anyone else. I'm only looking at myself. And when my camera was not working, I was looking at a blank screen and talking, correct? I was looking at a blank black screen and I was talking. So this is another way of how you build up courage. And there's nothing about public speaking. You're talking only to yourself. Just try these steps and see how. And I tell you something. If I could have all of you visible, on my live stream, if you are all ready to come, 10, 12 of you, I will download StreamYard. I will download StreamYard. I will get all of you, so all of you can see each other while we are talking. All of you can see each other while we are talking. I'm telling you, that is a wonderful thing to do. A wonderful thing to do. I will download StreamYard, and I will come where I can have 8 to 10 people to 12 people I can have on my screen, and each one of you can be looking and talking. You can talk so many more things than writing. Now, so many of you are writing so much of stuff, but you can talk, right? And in talking, you can talk more, you can describe more, you can tell us a little more detail. You cannot write details, it's too long process to write details in the chat, but you can be talking to each other. I would really love this. Believe me or not, honestly, I will love this. I will download StreamYard to do that. I will download StreamYard to do that. Please, I would love all of you to come and speak on my channel. I'm telling you, it is so much better talking. Like, I can describe to you so many things, right? It would be difficult to write it. Okay, let's go back now. Uh, Lots of interesting comments. I think I'll be missing some of these comments. I think I need to keep my phone on. I need to keep my phone on. I need to keep my phone on. Wait, let me keep my phone on, because it's easier to see what comments I've missed. Over here, it's very difficult to go up and down. Very difficult. So let me go back and see where I have missed out. Okay, 1 minute. Uh, I have to go to Facebook. That's the only place I find I can open Facebook. I can open to my channel. Okay, Facebook. I will go to my post. Let's go to my post. Where's my post? Okay, here's my post. Uh, okay. Tap to no, I want to mute it. Open app. Open the app. Continue. Okay, now I can see all the comments clearly, and I will be able to. Let's go back to where is the last one I commented. Uh, okay, Joyce. Okay, fear of YouTube was overcome. I did that. Okay, Veronic says, I'm afraid walking in a town without lights, but not walking at countryside. I like so much sounds of nature, even they are mysterious. Yes, Veronica, that is good. Because you're comfortable with nature, right? Nature is so nice, but I will never go into a jungle or a forest at night. A jungle or a forest, I will never go there at night. Ia says, hello to Pita. And Pita says, connecting with other YouTube vloggers also has given tips and encouraged me to do more. Yes, the other bloggers, they have a little more experience, so they are able to give more tips and help out. That's right. Um, I connect. Hi, ma'am, Ia and Veronic, and everybody is saying hello to each other. Then Veronic says, I was really afraid speaking in front of many people for a long time, and one day I decided to do it. Yes, I commented on that also. Then Pita says, until now, I am afraid public speaking in pure English speech. That is because English is not your language. If I'm going to talk in another language, and I'm not comfortable with that language, then it's going to be a big problem, right? But believe me, for me, even if a person speaks, of course, public speaking is different. People are looking up to you. They want you to understand properly. They want to know what you are talking about. I understand that. But for me, if I'm talking to somebody and they are speaking broken English, you know, I don't mind. I don't care. Believe me, I have spoken broken English myself. Why? Why? Because if I speak high, perfect, flowery language, if I speak and use high fun finding words and all that, you know, they are not going to understand. They don't understand. If I'm going to use a lot of colloquial language, if I'm going to use a lot of idioms, they will never understand. That is only showing off my English, correct? But when I'm speaking to somebody, there are times when I speak in broken English. Why I speak? Because I need to communicate with them. I need them to understand what I want to say. Correct? You can put two words together. I'm good. I'm hungry. You can just say food, food. You can use actions, food, food. You can use actions and communicate. That is what is communication. You want to communicate with people, so it doesn't matter how you communicate. Never hesitate. I don't speak Thai, but I have survived in Thailand for 4.5 years. I survived in Thailand. I don't speak the language. I don't understand a lot of the language, but I can still, I managed for 4.5 years. And the places I lived, there were no English speaking people around me. No English speaking people. But yet, 1 minute. Okay, the kids are crying downstairs about something. So for me, public speaking is different, but if you're communicating with somebody and it's your language is not strong, I'm trying to learn Visaya and I'm trying to speak. I try to learn a little French. When Mark came, I tried to say certain things in French. So it's that way. You have to speak to learn how to speak properly. You have to begin speaking. I will be giving wrong pronunciations, right? But if somebody helps me, I will be able to do it. So never hesitate to speak to anybody in whatever way you can communicate. Peter said last year during the graduation, so I read about that, and the chief guest or the guest speaker came and comforted you. Joyce says, Stephen, I thought I was the only one afraid of public speaking. No, many people are afraid of public speaking. Many. I mean, the guest speaker. Okay. Veronica said, I was also afraid of speaking to teachers, but she got over it. I commented on that. Uh, Joyce said, Pita and me, I cannot understand why a teacher is afraid. I commented on that. And Pita also commented on that, saying that she's speaking to younger generations. Um Veronica, teachers are not teachers are not like before. I think children feel more comfortable with them. I speak for French teachers. Yes, students will be more comfortable with them nowadays, true. But it depends on the teacher's approach. It all depends on how the teacher approaches their students, right? Some teachers are hated by the students, some teachers are loved and adored by the students. So it all depends on how you communicate with teachers, how you communicate with, in fact, not just students, anybody, how you communicate with people, that is important. How, if you give them respect, they will give you respect in return, right? If you are aggressive with them, they will be aggressive with you, right? Or if they are the type that they don't want to be aggressive, then they will develop the Filipino tempo. I do that very often. I just remain silent, quiet. That's the best way. No argument, no fighting, no language, no getting tempo, no blood pressure rising. Tempo, I think, is the best solution. Hats off to Filipinos. I do it myself. Joyce, I totally agree with Pita. Yes. Veronica says, you are right when you say how to look people when you speak. I do it, but often I'm looking just one or two persons because I see their eyes. They are interesting. Bad habits, perhaps. Yes, it's very good. Don't look at the people directly, but later on, you need to look because you need to find what is the reaction of the people. You need to know what is the reaction of the people. Are they interested? Are they sleeping while you're talking? Uh, Right, Pita said, right, Veronic. Now that I am the one in charge in the hiring process, I had to be very careful with communication and in everything I do. Yes, true, true. So now you have to really, improve and do so much better. Hello, Calvo. Okay, some Tagalog Bisaya language. ER also joined. Then 1 minute. I have to stop this shouting. If you scream like this from up here, I'm going to send you to your room. You can close the door and scream as much as you want to. I tell you so many times, there's nothing about screaming. nothing to scream. Talk. And if people that don't want to do something, don't do it. If Leah wants to be in a room and not come to play, let her be in a room and play. Each one must do what they are happy to do. So you find something to do yourself. I have been at that here. You shout and scream once more from here. You're going to your room. Sorry about that. The kids are off from today. The kids are off from today. So that okay. So let's get back. Yes, I must catch up with all these comments. I'm very glad. Children, teens, and adults need teachers to who have to encourage them. You do a very nice and useful work. Veronique says, "Yes, Veronique, but you also, as a librarian, you have been communicating with teachers and students and even the public. So you have also done a good job, like dealing with them and things like that. You used to tell me before about you know." How sometimes they throw the books everywhere, and how you teach them, how to put things back in its place. So, though they are in school, they are still misbehaving when they go outside. And used to tell them little stories, used to plan in advance and tell them little stories. And also, you are a teacher also, Veronic, even as a librarian. Yes, come in.
Hey, Grandpa, do you have Daddy's contacts or anything?
Do I have what?
Do you have like Daddy's phone number or like text number or anything?
Not that is, yeah.
Oh,
Does
okay.
Tariq have it? Because
Um,
they communicate with him, no, dad and mom.
yeah, but Tag doesn't usually let me. But
Huh?
but anyways, if you can you tell him that I'm feeling so much better now, and I think it was just food poisoning that I had
And you
yesterday.
can? And you can? You're feeling better, and?
Yeah, yeah. He told me feeling better, and then I'm pretty sure it was food poisoning.
Food poisoning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You are thinking it is food poisoning.
Yeah, that's what he said. Because he said if I'm better in a day, then it's food poisoning, and I'm better.
Okay, I'll tell. I'll send him a message. Only that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, my granddaughter has not been well. Okay, so I think I've caught up with all the comments. Uh, Veronic, I am very glad to participate in this live. I have to go now. Bon après-midi. Yes, good afternoon and good evening and good and yes, I can at least understand a little French now. Okay, Veronique, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here and joining. And yes, Stephen also wishes have a great day, Veronique. Right. So I caught up with all the comments. Yeah, it was easier, to look into the phone and catch up with the comments. Let me just send my son-in-law a message from my grandchild. Uh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What's happening? Why can't I find his? That's strange. That's strange. I can't find him. Uh, May inside Pita says, Ia says she will be having live stream around. She'll be having live stream around 8 after being to church. Okay, so that means she'll be almost going on. 8 o'clock. So she must be already on a live 8 o'clock. She must be already on a live stream because Thailand is coming to 9 o'clock now. So 9 o'clock will mean 10 o'clock in Philippines. It is now coming to no Philippines is now coming to 9 o'clock. No 9 10 o'clock. It's coming to 10 o'clock now. 10 in the night. Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning 8 o'clock after church. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll be on a live. 8 o'clock morning means 7 o'clock evening for me. 8 o'clock morning tomorrow will be 7 o'clock evening for me today. Yeah, I'll be done with my live stream by 7. 7, I'll be going on live stream at 6. Oh, I'll be going on live stream 6 o'clock Filipino time. 6 o'clock Filipino time in the evening. I'll be doing my live stream. Okay. Yeah, 6 o'clock evening Filipino time. I will be doing my live stream, and she'll come on at 8 o'clock. So if there are people on my channel, I should finish by that time. Okay, let me just send this message off. I cannot find this message on. Cannot find this message on my phone. I don't know why. Okay, so that's done, and back to right. So yes, I hope I've not left out anybody's comment. If I have, please do tell me. I can go back and check. I can go back and check, but I covered everybody. I know Chona came in and said something, and I covered that also. So yes, I think I've covered everything. Okay, Chona. Good night. Sleep well. I know it's very late. It's 10 o'clock for all of you. So do take care. Do take care. Sleep well. Thanks for all your contribution, Chona, uh, and and Veronic, who left also. Thank you so much. That's why it's nice today. We have so many people and lots of interaction. So this is, I think, the second topic that you all have enjoyed a lot. I forget the first topic you all enjoyed. There was a topic all of you interacted and said, "Oh, I love this topic." Check back and see what it is. And think this was another topic. Yeah, it was a big decision I was thinking yesterday. That's why it took me a long time. But yesterday it took me more than 1.5 hour. Planning what topic, and then how to. And I'm happy that this topic has gone well with everybody. I'm very happy. Most of you have commented, about fears. That's it. The initial fear, the fear to talk about your fears. Correct. The fear to talk about your fears. That is also another kind of fear, right? That you are always scared. you know you think, like, if I tell somebody, what will they think about me? No, it's not that way. It's not. We are not here to judge people, right? We are not here to judge people. No, we are here because we are here to offer solution. That is what my team life experiences is all about. That's why I want people to come on my channel. I want people to talk on my channel. I want people to share something about their life, not because we want to make fun of you or we want to, find some faults with you. No, we want to learn. We want to learn because there are many things that we experience in our lives, and when we listen to somebody's story, it would inspire us, or it would at least make us think out of the box. It would make us think differently. It would make us think differently. For example, they say whenever you are facing a problem and you're scared about something, they say remain calm. But that is it. How do you remain calm when you're fear and anxious about something? How do you remain calm? But there is a way of doing it, right? There is a way of doing it. So that is what we are here. We are here to talk about problems that people generally face. And, in a way, I'm just saying, in a way, you never have to even say that I have this fear. You can always generalize it. Yeah, many people have fear of the dark. Many people have fear of heights. Even if you generalize something, that is a good way of doing it, right? So when you're talking to somebody, many times when people are asking for solution, they say, "My friend is going through this. My friend is going through that. I have a colleague at work who wants this advice." Actually, it's not the colleague; it's them, right? Actually, it is them. But they use a colleague at work, a friend of mine wants to know. You know, they try to put it that way, and that is how we can do it. You don't have to always say, "I am afraid of heights." No, you don't want people. "Oh, what will they think of me? I'm so scared." And no, no. People are scared of ants. People are scared of cockroaches. People are scared. I am frightened of the house gecko. The house gecko. I am very frightened of the house gecko. They are harmless people. People look after them as pets also. But they are harmless. They are harmless. In fact, they are more scared of you than you are frightened of them. But I have gone through a couple of bad experiences, and that is what has made me frightened of them. So I'm getting used to it, because in houses like Thailand and even India and Philippines for sure, there are many of these house geckos, right? Yes, Martha is scared of spiders. What are the spiders? They are not they are harmless, right? Unless you have the tarantula spiders or something like that. But basically, spiders are harmless. In fact, when I was growing up, my parents always said, "Don't kill a spider. You want to chase it away, chase it away. Don't kill the spider. Spiders bring good news. Like, you will receive a good the post from the post, you will receive some good news. A telegram might come, you will receive some good news. So you might have some good news in some way. The spiders bring good news. I don't know. I've never googled and seen that. It's, yeah, I must google and find that out. But I know when we were growing up, our parents, my mother especially, always said, "Don't kill the spider, don't hit it, don't this, chase it away. If you don't like it, try to chase it away. Take one newspaper or something, or the broom, and chase it away, but never kill the spider, because they bring you good news." So I don't know, but it's that way. So I will chase away the gecko and all. I will try to chase it away, but because I don't want to see it. Now, my experience with the gecko, when we were young, and sometimes I remember very young when my mother used to be giving me a bath. Okay, my mother used to giving me a bath, so you can imagine how young I was. But I still remember in my mind because suddenly this gecko, and I'll find like something falling on my head, and it was either the shit, but mostly it was them urinating. Okay, and it would fall like on my head, and my mother would say, "Oh, it's dirty," and she'll scrub it with soap and all. So that's the first thing about my introduction to geckos. Oh, they are bad, they are bad, they are urinating, that's bad, or whatever it was, like so that was it. And they seem so slimy. Like I can see a snake and I can try to do something with a snake, like or I can stare a snake in the eye, not too close to me, but if it is at a distance a little bit, but I can do that, watching, because it can follow and bite me, so I need to watch where that snake is going. So I've done it in another province. I was there, I've done it. And then whack the snake, whack it and all that. I've done a little bit of that, but yeah, because I do not know about snakes. I don't know whether they are harmless, they are poisonous. uh, I don't know about all that. So I need to watch it, because normally the snakes also, they will turn away and they will go away. They don't, if they feel they are going to be attacked, they will attack. But normally they don't. Like, you can be lying down and a snake will come and it will crawl over your body and it will go away. Yeah, I've seen it in movies and all, but I think it is true that they would go away. They will not attack. Only if they feel they are threatened that they will attack. So I feel. So I just keep looking at it, staring at it, making sure where it is going. It's not coming towards me. So, but the gecko, they are so slimy, soft and slimy. Because one day I was chasing a gecko, and these geckos can climb on the wall, on the floor, everywhere. I was chasing the gecko, and I do not know where it disappeared. But the next thing was a horrible, clammy feeling. I had something crawling up my legs. Believe me, it was like my hair is standing. My hair is standing. It was it was such an awful, clammy feeling of something climbing up my leg. And it was night. I was in my pajamas. I just opened, and my sister and everybody was there. But of course, I had underwear. I had underwear. In those days, I used to wear underwear. So I just opened my pajamas cord, loosened it, and I just kicked my leg. I just kicked my leg so that pajama fell down. I just kick. I was just dancing, like kicking my leg, you know, and I saw the gecko falling off and it went away. From that time, it has developed a great fear in me. My father used to go and catch the gecko off the wall. My father would catch the gecko off the wall and then throw it somewhere else, but no, from that day, see, my hair is really standing on end. So that day when I see this, a gecko, I will be looking miles away while I'm having a shower. I'm only staring at the gecko and having a shower, like, making sure where that fellow is going. I will try to chase it away, but nowadays the gecko are very bold. They will stay there, and sometimes they will come running towards you. Not all the geckos are so frightened nowadays. So I think the gecko generation have learned that these humans frighten us. We will frighten them. So yeah, I do get frightened. But I've been having a shower with a couple of geckos around, and I hear the gecko sound, and oh my god. So yeah, so Steven says Martha is afraid of spiders. She she goes spider hunting every day before bedtime. So she's searching for trouble. She's searching for trouble. There's no spiders, but she's searching for trouble. Once she's sleeping, what she will know, where the spider is, what the spider is doing, right? But yes, I used to be always looking around, for spiders and then go to sleep. But now, I'm not spiders, geckos, but now I don't bother. I have been reading more about it. I know they are very harmless. So, yeah, today I can adjust living with the geckos on the walls and, those kind of things. I am okay with it. You do your job, I'll do my job. And I just don't. I hear the sound, I don't look to see where it is. Before I used to keep looking, oh my God, where is it? Like it's coming towards me. But nowadays I don't do that. I just let them do their work and I do my work. So I think that's the best thing, about the geckos. Don't worry about them, they won't worry about you. They will go about their work, you go about your work, right? So I'm very comfortable with that now. So yeah, it is that way. Pita, are you still around, Pita? Because no, it's very late for them, it's very late. In Philippines, it is now like 9, 10, past 10 o'clock it is, yeah. It's past 10 o'clock, so it's bedtime. There are some nocturnal Filipinos. They are on YouTube at 12 o'clock midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock morning. Some nocturnal Filipinos are there. YouTubers, vloggers, so that way. Oh my God, what a beautiful discussion today. What a beautiful discussion. That's why I like a topic. I like a topic. Like Pita says, she doesn't like a topic, but I like a topic because it's a good base. It's a good base to start a conversation, and then we go on to so many different things, right? We go on to so many different things, and all these are common phobias, like common phobias: heights, public speaking, speaking in front of others, talking with others. Like I cannot hold a conversation with others. I cannot start up a conversation. So it's totally different with different people, right? I'll never do bungee jumping. I can go up a height, but I'll never think of looking down. I'll never think of looking down. So, but many times I think, like I travel by flight so often, right? And I think, like, many times I think, what if it crashes into the sea? What would I do? I'm so scared of water. I'm so scared of, I know I may be floating, but if my feet are not touching the ground, I panic. So maybe I have a float, but I don't know what if something goes wrong with the float. But I keep thinking all these things, like whenever I fly, I think like this. And I'm really thankful I pray hard, but I'm really thankful at the end of the flight, like things like that. That thank God you kept me safe, thank God you kept me alive. But I think, like, what if I have to face a situation like that? The flight crashes into a sea, you know, like my brother-in-law, his ship, he was on the ship, and his ship sank. It started getting water, it sank off the coast of Japan. And I believe certain areas in that sea there of Japan coast are infected with sharks, and all of them were on their lifeboats, on their life jackets. That's all they had, life jackets floating in the water. It's night, it's dark, they cannot even see each other, they do not know where everybody is. And he had to go through that experience the whole night. He could swim, of course, he could swim, but I cannot swim. So, but he said he was floating in the water all night till morning when they were finally rescued, and early parts of the morning. So they were rescued. For 1 year, he did not go back on the ship. No, he was frightened so much from that experience. So, see, it's normal, right? It's normal for people to have fears. He never had that fear before, but after going through that experience, he never went back on the ship for 1 year. After 1 year, he got over that fear, and he must have been trying, he must have been trying many methods to go back into it. And finally, he was able, after 1 year, he was over that fear and he went back. But he didn't last long. He was soon offered by his boss, he was offered a desk job to, like, recruit other people, to recruit other people, to recruit other seamen. And he changed his job. He went into investing in many things. May his soul rest in peace, poor fellow. He just died of a heart attack. He died very young. He died very young. So, it's that way. Okay, then, Stephen, I'll call it a day. I'll call it a day. We've had a good interaction. I'm really good today. Was really, it's not been much, just little over an hour and a half, but action packed, right? Action packed it was. So, uh, really, really, really. I think it was better than the last one, which people in the very last one, which people really interacted and enjoyed. This was the best, I think. Got so much of interaction. Can you imagine if all of us are live together? If all of us and we are all talking to each other, how much more interesting that would be? How much more? Stephen, I'm not pushing you, okay, Stephen? I'm not pushing you, but you know, we all have overcome our fears of public speaking, and I've given you a lot of tips how to start off with. A lot of tips how to start off with it, and just consider. I'm not pushing you to it. You have your own, feelings, but if you're just scared of the public speaking fear, I've given you a lot of tips what to do. Just start with talking, as you're doing it, your video is recording, right? Your action, just start speaking. This is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm using. It's knowledge for us also, it's knowledge. Now we are looking, but many things we don't know, many things we don't understand. Like I don't know if that is called an anvil. I even asked you, am I using the right name? Is that called an anvil? It's just something we have learned in the beginning, but I've never used it, right? I've never used it, so I am not sure. I do not know. So like I asked, is that called an anvil? I can Google, I can see, yeah, a picture of it, but sometimes it looks like something, but it can have a different name, right? It could have a different name. So yeah, when you have night shifts, it's impossible. Like when you have night shifts, it's really impossible. uh when you have night shifts. But night shifts, you come early morning, right? You leave early morning, so you come home by 6 o'clock in the morning. If you have a night shift, you come home by 6 o'clock in the morning, and you do come on sometimes. No, sometimes you do come in to say hello, but then you have to sleep. You have to sleep also. So I understand that. Yeah, I understand that. So don't worry, don't worry. So from tonight you start night shifts. So no Easter holiday for you, huh? You'll be working through Easter Sunday also. But daytime you will be home, so that's a blessing. At least you can adjust your sleep time or whatever it is, right? Okay, that is an anvil. Okay, thanks, Stephen. Yeah. So like that, we will know what you are using to bend. What you are using to bend. Like when they are doing glass, when they're blowing the glass and they are forming different objects and shapes. And it's interesting when people are doing pottery, how well they shape objects as the thing is spinning around, like so that way we will be able to yeah, the plant runs 24 hours. Yeah, 24/7. Correct. True, true. The people have to be on the job. True. But at least you'll be home during the day, Easter and all, to some kind of celebration, I guess. For me, festivals don't mean much. They don't mean much. Like, I can do without. I've never celebrated Christmas for so many years now in Thailand. Never celebrated Christmas. So it's okay. Nobody to go with, nowhere to go out. So it's okay. I'm okay with it, like, so that way. So yeah, that is the blessing of working on holiday. Yes, you can pick up a very good extra packet. You're right. You can pick up a real good extra packet, and believe me, that is a lot of money that you can use for something. Even though my salary was low, but like if I pick up extra, you know, but they never paid us 2.5 times. They just paid us 1.5 times. In Canada, on public holidays, we got 1.5 times the salary. That's it. So it was not much, what you uh, so much so, soon when they used to ask me for extra work to stay, I say sorry. I say sorry. Instead of that, you know what I did? instead of the 1.5 salary. What's the difference? If I'm getting $20 and $20 an hour, and that day I'm getting $30 an hour, I work for 8 hours. Let's say I work for 8 hours. I will pick up $80 extra. What? $80 extra is nothing that great, correct? To me, it's nothing that great. So what I negotiated with my manager, I will work overtime if you want. I will work overtime, but I want a leave day off. I want a leave day off instead of the extra 1.5 times salary. I want a leave day off. And I think that was very good because I can take the leave day off when I want it. I can take a leave day when I want it. So I could take a leave day in conjunction with a holiday, right? So if Friday is a holiday, right? So if I can take Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or I can take Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I could put it in conjunction with a holiday, or I have an emergency, like I want to go to see to something and do something, or whatever. So that's what I started doing. I negotiated with my manager that I don't want to claim overtime. I will claim. I will not claim overtime. Okay, I will not claim overtime, but I'm working for that day, so I will be. So I benefit. I'm working for that day, so I will do that day, but I will claim another leave day off in lieu of my 1.5 times salary. I will take a days off. So I used to do that. So I get paid for that day for working normal salary, and I will get an extra day off, a leave day, in place of my overtime. So yeah, I used to do that. So yeah, we used to get only 1.5 time. It wasn't worth working. It wasn't worth working. Yeah, if you're working a couple of days or something, then you pick up a good packet. But I used to think just one day, like working 1.5 hours, not worth it. Forget it. If the work was really urgent or something, I would come in and work for a few hours and then claim that overtime, just work for a few hours. But yeah, that is it. Okay, so I pinned up my thank you message. The postscript is longer than the letter, right? The PS is longer than the letter. Yes, that is also a good thing. Yes. You work 1 or 2 hours extra any day, then you just leave 1 or 2 hours extra. But then that would be like just understanding between your boss and you, correct? It's just an understanding between your boss and you that you are just working a little extra, so you take an off time extra. Yeah, that's good. Okay, then, Stephen, let's take a rain check on the conversation and just think about what I said, all right? Start with recording your process. Speak and record and tell us about it while you're doing the video. So you're not looking at the video, right? You're just doing it. Once you get used to that, then just start recording. Okay, look at the video and start recording, like, what are the steps of what you are doing. And then you can put that video, you can in clipchamp, you can add that video, add that video to your thing. Then your video will come somewhere, you place it in whichever corner you want, like, so you place your video over there, and while your thing is going on, you'll be finding, your thing will be talking, we'll see you, talking whatever it is. Then you can try that one way, and see if you're comfortable with it. Start with those things. You'll really, you'll get over it. You'll get over that. You get over it. And I'm sure at parties and all, you must be speaking to people and all, like, so it will overcome that thing of yours. But really, I'm telling you, I would love to get all of you up on my screen, sharing my screen, and everybody interacting and talking with each other, because we can talk much more than what we can write. right? We can talk, we can explain in detail, and we all will benefit. We all will benefit so much more by understanding more. When we are writing, we can only read a limited stuff, but when you're talking, you can talk. Like me, I talk so much in detail. I don't know whether some of it is boring to all of you, but like, I just offer as much detail as I can when I'm talking, and it's easier than writing. So uh, just my thing for overcoming my thing. Once you start doing it, you don't know how much you will enjoy it. I love doing it. So take care, everybody. Love you all, and God bless you and your families, and have a wonderful Easter, and take care, and au revoir. Au revoir. See you next time.